It wasn't great mentally. I didn't actually realise that I was in a bad place until I actually first spoke to Mike, to be honest. When we spoke, I ended up like just crying randomly throughout the conversation and just kind of like just letting loads of things off my chest, and he was really kind. I think just mentally I'd got stuck in lockdown. Children had been off for weeks, struggling with time, struggling with managing to get exercise done, just in everything really. And I just knew that I hadn't been happy for a while in the way that I looked, because I'd put a full stone on in about a year, maybe a bit more. And that was a bit of a surprise to me, because the weight that I was at was something that I'd only been at when I'd been pregnant with my 2 children. It was only when I first spoke to him that I realised how much I needed it mentally. Yeah. I've been on Mike's page for a while and had some of the emails and stuff. He just seemed to have a way, I don't really know, it's hard to say, but he just seemed to have a way to chat to people, and he just seemed so relaxed. And then when I got on the call, obviously I must have felt at ease for me to just open up and say what I needed to say and let all these things out that were just on my mind, because I don't really open up that easily. So it was quite a shock to me, to be honest, to be able to just speak out. But I could tell that he was just listening. I could tell that he had time and he was listening, and he got it, and that was just massive for me. Excited. I was really, really excited to get started and speak to him again, because he just made me feel like it was all okay. Whatever was going on in my head, physically, everything, it was all okay, and that he was going to do it with me. And that felt really nice, that I had someone that I knew that I could go to each week and go through everything with. And that was a lovely feeling. It was really nice to know that I had that regular person to kind of support me. Well, at the time, I would have said I didn't think it was affecting some areas that much, but looking back now, it was affecting everything. It's only since doing all the different homeworks and things like that I've done with Mike that it's really come to light, and I've seen it visually how much it was affecting me in all the different areas. But my main one was being a parent. I was struggling, doing the same things every day, and that was my main issue, is that I just wanted to be better again at being a parent and be more lively and be kind of like fun loving and stuff. That was my main area, but it definitely affected all of it. Massively. I just saw something I didn't want to see. Like in the past, I've always been kind of, oh, I can eat what I want and it's not really, I'm okay kind of thing. So I just seen a massive change and I didn't like it. So it made me change the way I dressed and the way I felt about myself. So I just felt rubbish and I felt disappointed and I felt a bit confused, I guess, how it got to there really, and why I wasn't able to kind of manage it all of a sudden. Well, I was doing classes, so this could be a point in all of it. So I was doing 2-3 classes a week, and that was probably keeping that weight off without me even knowing. And then I stopped doing that, so that probably had a massive difference. But again, there was a lot of eating out and just kind of like, oh, sod it. I'm just not watching what I was eating really. And I've done calorie counting in the past. It works for so long, and then you just go back, don't you? It's just about getting the balance of it all. And yeah. I think my main concern when we first spoke was how much it was going to cost. And I was just like, wow, can't do that. I just can't do it. So we had this full conversation and it sounded so good. And then we spoke and he mentioned the cost. And I was just like, I can't do it. And he talked to me for a little bit and he was just like, how it would affect you and you wouldn't think twice about paying it for something else or whatever. And then we decided to kind of come to the end of the call and he was like, how are you feeling? And I was like, disappointed. And he was like, why? So I said, because I want to do it. Over a few minutes, I thought It wasn't long ago that I was thinking about getting a new car and paying out so much a month for that. So I wouldn't have thought twice about getting a new car when really my old one was okay. So really I shouldn't think so much about paying out for something that's going to help me forever. I guess failure was always a concern. You always wonder whether you're going to fail. Even when you've seen a million pictures of the other people that have achieved, it's always like, well, how is this going to work? Is it going to starve me, make me do like 3 hours a day? Because I can't do that. I just can't manage that in the time that I've got with my children and stuff. But it's all worked out. It's strange this, because I'd not really thought about it until earlier on. I think I was thinking about it up until this call and thinking, where would I be if this hadn't started? I really don't know. But I know I would have been in a far worse place than I am now, because I know that Mike's got my back through it all. I know I can message him anytime. I look forward to his calls every week. I know after I've that phone, if I'm having a bit of a low, I'm starting to get into a bit of a low, I know that after that call with Mike, I'm right back up there again. And it's just a good reminder that I'm doing it and I'm okay. But without that, I really don't know. I know that doing this has made a big difference. I'm so happy. It's just made such a massive difference in everything. I can't imagine getting through these weeks, like we've just said, I can't imagine getting through to now without my calls from Mike. Yeah, it's been great. Really slow and steady. I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know what was going to happen. And basically we've just been doing small aims every week and building them up. And I can honestly say, I'm not saying like doing the workouts and getting everything done has been really easy, but the way it's been managed and structured for me just fits in perfectly with my lifestyle, because I don't have a lot of time to myself. Everything that I've done with Mike has just been so manageable, and he asks me every week, where should we go next with this? Where do you think you can go up to next, or down to, or whatever? It's just been really manageable, and I'm so thankful for that, and it's just worked. The only thing for me is the call and having my children here. Even that wasn't really that much of an issue, because Mike was just like, it's fine, I'll just go for a wee break, you go and sort him out, it's fine. But there was never any kind of like rush in it. I think that's the only thing for me, is that I had my children around when I was trying to take the call. But even then I can't really say that with it, because it was always managed. There's nothing I've not enjoyed. He's real. Like, I like the fact that I've seen his pictures, I've seen where he's come from himself, I've seen the progression he's made. He's a real person. He's not eating salad at home and training for 10 hours a day. He gets people's struggles, he gets, we all want to live a life and be happy, and he understands and he listens. I can't really, it's endless really, the good things I could say about Mike and working with him. He's definitely someone that will keep him alive. I have said this to him after all this, because he's a special guy and he's got time for everybody. Definitely. I know what to do. I know what to do, and I know how to manage it, and I know how to still live my life while I'm doing that. I've got no fear of the end of the programme, because it's all changed habits for me now. I mean, I couldn't even get through a litre of water, and now I'm easily drinking 2 or more a day without someone poking me and saying, you need to drink. I've just changed the way that I do things, and my body's changed and my mind's changed. So I've no concerns about going forward, because I've changed the way that I do things. Good habits now. Better habits, anyway. No, not at all. I've never felt like I was on a diet. I always have said this from day one, that I like my dessert, and I still have that. I still have my chocolate after my dinner and after my tea, and the change has been so slow that it's barely noticeable. So I've just got used to, like, you know, reducing my calories, looking at my protein levels, but nothing's ever felt like, oh, I can't eat that. So definitely didn't feel like a diet. Just a more positive person. Like, I just manage everything differently, so I feel better, so I act better, I'm happier, so my children are happier. It's a knock-on effect, so generally all around I just feel like I'm in a happier place and I can manage what I felt like I couldn't manage before. And I also feel that it's okay to just have bad days too, and then just pick yourself back up and carry on. Just do it. You won't look back. He's an amazing person to have in your life, supporting you every week, and even in between, you know, he's always there. Active now is just forever his thing when he's on Facebook, because he's always there. Go for it, you won't regret it. That's what I'd definitely say. The best thing for me is, personally, was that it's all manageable stuff. I'm a mum 7 days a week. I get a little bit of time off, and I managed every piece of homework, every workout, every aim. And when I've not quite hit it, we've just gone over it again until we got there. It's all manageable and it works. That they get to know you as a person. It's not just, they don't just see you like a body, and that body needs to get to that body. You talk to you as a person, they get to know you as a person and what's important to you, the values, what your life's about, what you enjoy. And it's just personal. It's so personal to you. You wouldn't get that in a gym. You just wouldn't. He knows me, he knows what I like in life and what I want. It's definitely more personal, a bit more of a friendship really, and that's important. My sanity, my focus, my happiness, the support he's given me. If I was my children and they knew, I guess they'd thank him too, because they've changed me in the way that I am. So I thank him for helping me become a better mum. Yeah, I do. Yeah. If someone would have said to me, mate, you're going to speak with him every week, you're going to be on the call for at least an hour, children are going to be there, you're going to have homework every week, you're going to have to work out, you have to keep an eye on your calories and watch your protein, I'd have been like, sack that, I cannot do that. But I have. So again, it's a bit like my confidence. I don't find it really easy to be proud of myself for many things, but I am proud of myself. It was really that good. I had a couple of low points and I don't really know where they came from. I did say to Mike, like, I felt like I lost myself for a couple of weeks. I don't really know where I went, but I still knew what I had to do and I kept on doing it. And then all of a sudden I picked back up. But I always had my focus, I always had my aims, I always did what I needed to do, and I always knew Mike had my back no matter what. So it really was better than I thought in the beginning. Yeah, it's been a lovely journey. Really good.